Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be. This is Jim Sports Cards. I'm Jim, so let's talk about sports cards. So, hopefully, if you've watched a few of my other videos on the channel, you'll see we had a recent PSA submission go out, and we were supposed to reopen last week for a next submission. I've had a lot of messages from you guys on Instagram and Facebook, and wherever you may contact us, email as well, on when's the next submission opening up. This video is going to be all about why we haven't opened up yet, what's going on, and what we plan to do at Jim Sports Cards. So we know through the entire hobby, both here in the US, everywhere, and I know from being a collector as well, that your cards are so important to you, just as mine are to me. And people know who they're dealing their cards with. They know who's handling them. You guys know it's me. You guys know I'm the Jim behind Jim Sports Cards. And you guys just want to be kept in the loop. Communication shouldn't be that hard to let you know whether your order's been submitted, whether it's currently in grading, whether it's in shipping, or something different. And at Jim Sports Cards, that's one thing that we really endeavour to do, is give you the very best customer service we can. We can't promise that we're the cheapest. We can't promise you that we're the biggest. But if any of you have ever messaged me, you know that I've always replied as quickly as I can, that I've given as much advice and as much help as I can, and I've communicated as transparently as possible, because that's what matters. It's about you having trust in us, and it's about us giving you reasons to trust us. And part of that transparency is telling you guys what's currently going on with grading and why we haven't opened up yet. So on lines of that transparency, what is going on at the moment? Why haven't we opened up? So with our current schedule, we run on roughly a monthly basis. Submissions are open for 2 to 3 weeks for you guys to get your orders in, get your cards to us. We shut. That then gives us here at Jim Sports Cards a week to fill you in on all of your orders, make sure everything's correct, clean, inspect, transfer all the cards to semi-rigid holders, package them up, submit them to PSA, and get them shipped. That is our week where we get everything done, so we can't take submissions in because we're so busy dealing with the customers that have already submitted, so we can't then take on new ones. So that's how we work. And we opened up our original first submission at the start of February, closing it on, I believe, the 15th, I believe. That then gave us a week to then ship everything out. Those orders have been shipped out and are currently on their way to PSA. Currently snow delays, but I'll update everyone when they're at PSA. And we were supposed to open this week. Now, the reason we didn't is last week, amongst the bigger group submitters, so people like Graded Gem, and over in the US you've got KK Sports Cards, you've got Easier Cards, you've got Sports Cards Mafia, a few of the others. Chatter was going around about PSA increasing their prices. Some people had been informed by their reps that prices were going up or things would change, but no one knew specifics. No one knew what the prices were going to be. No one knew what submission levels were affected. No one knows still if the submission levels are going to change. All we know is change is coming. We don't know when, we don't know what, but we know that change is coming. And that's where the issue lies, is that we can't open up and take more submissions from you guys and then suddenly the prices change. We can't charge you £26 for our base submission if then suddenly PSA update it on Monday whilst our submission window is still open and that submission window doesn't exist. We can't do that for our Express, which is currently £48. You guys send us your cards and we say, actually PSA has doubled that price to £96, so now we're going to have to get you to pay an extra £48. We don't want to put you guys in that position, because I know I would be incredibly conflicted if it was me, because I'd be in a position where I really want my card graded, but now you're asking me for double the money. Do I really want to have to ask you to give me my card back and wait? But then I don't want to be strong-armed into paying an extra 50% or an extra 100% even. So that's why we're not open yet. We aim to open next week because a lot of the rumours said that it would be this week. We didn't see any changes on our end, neither did the major group submitters in the UK or in the US. So people did some digging, and now the rumour is going round. Again, I have to stress this, and I've stressed this to many people in DMs and whatnot. We do not know what is happening. No one knows what is happening. Graded Gem can't tell you that something's happening because they don't know. KK Sports Cards in the US can't tell you something because they don't know. PSA has not publicly communicated this with anyone. Every single group submitter right now, in theory, should be shut. I know Graded Gem are shut. I know that a lot of the big ones in the US are shut because of the same reasons I outlined. We cannot take your cards and then charge you more because when we go to submit them through PSA, the prices have then gone up. So that's where we're at. The rumours are speculating that prices will come into effect as of the 1st of March, which is next Monday. So that leaves us in a position where we aim to reopen submissions next week. Now, unfortunately, the last thing I want to do is change pricing because I know a lot of people have messaged me saying, oh, I'll wait for the next submission or I'll hold off until I've got a few more cards, and they're going to feel hard done by. And I completely feel that. They're going to feel hard done by because they wish they could have done it sooner. They wish that they could have done it when the prices were cheaper or when certain submission levels were available. It's really tough, and it's PSA acknowledging that they're so busy at the moment that it's one of two things. It's either PSA recognizes their position in the market and they think, okay, we can strong arm our customers and make them pay more, which, because of the brand that PSA carries, to some extent they can. Likely, when communicating this, they will more likely go with a more PR friendly line and say, we need to do this so we reduce our demand so our backlog goes down. Now, a lot of people will see this as good news, which I can see that side as well. The less cards people are submitting in the bulk and the cheaper services, which obviously we don't offer at the moment, means that PSA can focus more on the other cards. Cards come back quicker, people are happier because the turnaround times are lower. No one wants to wait 9, 10, 11 months for a card. I see people every day, and this is not specifically them, this is just an example, that they sent grading off with Graded Gem back in May and they still haven't had it back. That's coming up to 8 months now from sending it in May. So let alone what you think sending it today would be. The thought of that you could have to wait over a year to get your card back. You could have a player, for example, I could have this, what am I going to take? I could have this Fred VanVleet card that I've got right now. Currently, Justin All-Star snub. I've got his bobblehead behind me. If I rotate which way, there we go, you can just about see him. And I've got his jersey up. I could go to grade this, not as a Raptors fan, and think, he's playing great right now. He's going to make an all-defense team. Let's make some bread. In 9 months' time, so not even near to submitting, in 9 months' time, he might tear his ACL and never play again. What do? I wanted to submit it, and I didn't choose the right submission level to get it done quickly, even though you can't get anything done quickly. Everything's like at least a month at the moment. And this is where I'm left with a card that if I wasn't a Raptors fan, I'd have no interest in because the player's not going to play anymore. It's different for the world of trading cards and Pokemon and Marvel cards and things like that because their value fluctuates in terms of the market and popularity. A Charizard base set PSA 10 goes up in popularity because people are talking about it and people are wanting it. It's not because Charizard went and dropped 34 and 10 on the Boston Celtics. That'd be pretty cool though. But that's where I feel a lot of people struggle with understanding, yes, grading with PSA Pokemon cards or sports cards is the same process. You put it into a semi-rigid, you send it off, it comes back in a slab. But for us sports card collectors, it's so much different. You don't want to be waiting months and months and months for then something to happen. If it's a PC card, fine, you can wait. But even if at the moment, I'm not happy about the fact that we're charging you guys £75 and it's going to take between a month and 6 weeks to get your cards back. £75. And that price is going to increase. Whereas a lot of other submitters are perfectly happy to take your money, not communicate any of this with you, and just say, oh yeah, it should be about 2 months, and then 4 months later, you haven't heard anything, you're just waiting for them to say it's back. They're not giving you any updates or anything like that. So that is what we're really trying to do here, is to keep you guys in the loop as much as possible. We don't know what the PSA price rises are going to be. We don't know if they're going to change submission levels. All we need to do is sit tight and wait. On that note, Hopefully when we get news on Monday, we'll see what happens, and here at Gym Sports Cards, we will assess the situation just like we have done when we first launched. We didn't launch a value service because it was too expensive for what it was worth. Quite frankly, if you're waiting 9+ months for a card, anything is too expensive in my mind. It's not worth it. That's why we don't offer it. For all we know, they might double the base that we charge, 26. If the PSA price increases means that we have to double to 50, I might decide that, do we really want to offer £50 to grade a card that's gonna take over 6 months? I'm not sure. Rest assured, when we get the news on Monday, I will communicate with you guys when we get the news and when our new pricing and submissions will be open. I'll also go live on Monday evening on Instagram at Gym Sports Cards UK. Link is in the description. And I'll host a Q&A so you guys know all about our new prices, what PSA has changed, and why we've changed our prices and or our submission levels. Because the last thing I want to do is for you guys to feel like we're ripping you off by increasing our prices and increasing our profit margin. Because that is the last thing we're going to do. Our whole aim here is to make grading affordable to everyone. Whether you're submitting 50 cards and you're planning to resell the whole lot and just flip them and make a ton of money, or whether you're 18 years old, you've just got your first Mbappe card and you really want it in your personal collection and you want to get it graded and you only want to grade one card. We want to be accessible for everyone. We do not want to charge extortionate prices to get your cards graded. This is still a hobby. There is a great community out there, and we do not want to be charging you extortionate prices for things that we don't think is worth it ourselves. If we wouldn't grade a PSA ourselves, we wouldn't offer it to you. So that's what I want to make clear, is that whilst things are changing, whilst there's rumors circulating, we will always be 100% transparent with you guys as much as we possibly can. So on Monday, we'll find out. Hopefully, for all we know, it's not going to come on Monday. Again, rumors will be rumors. On Monday, I will let you guys know as much as possible what we know, what's changing to our submission levels and our prices, and when our submissions are going to reopen. If you guys have got any questions about this, feel free to drop a DM on Instagram. Feel free to leave a comment and I'll reply to it as soon as I can. And we'll know more next week. But that's why we haven't opened up our submissions yet. And that's why we just have to sit tight at the moment. In the meantime, if you've got cards you want to be graded, feel free to come to us, show us the cards. We'll tell you what we think. We can get the process started for you in terms of what you're looking for, what kind of time frames, and what you would have been looking at last time. So you know, because I get a lot of questions about people that don't know what grading even is. So feel free to reach out. We'll help as much as we can. And then it's all, what's the word? All guns blazing, I guess, Monday. All engines a go, whatever you want to call it. I'll check back in with you guys on Monday over on Instagram. We'll go live, like I said. And until then, sit tight, take care, and I'm out. Peace.